So Election Day is Monday, and at the start of the campaign, we asked the three major federal party leaders for one-on-one interviews. Conservative leader Erin O'Toole's team responded but declined, and we never heard back from Liberal leader Justin Trudeau. But this week, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh did get back to us. I caught up with him while he was on his way from Toronto to Oshawa. You mentioned cooperative housing. What tools does the federal government have to help that actually happen?
Well, the CMHC used to be involved. It's a federal private corporation that's invested in housing, and it used to be very active in securing funding for communities that were that wanted to build cooperatives. It used to be one of the major drivers to build cooperatives. And around the 90s, the federal government stopped being involved in building housing in the same way. And from the 90s to present is when we've seen a really skyrocketing in the cost of living when it comes to finding improvements in your budget, whether it's buying or renting. And so we want to get back into investing massively in cooperatives, not-for-profits, and housing in general.
How are you going to enforce our tax laws better than previous governments?
The Parliamentary Budget Office concluded that we are losing $25 billion a year of revenue. So over the 6 years that Mr. Trudeau has been in office, they concluded that's $146 billion in revenue that have been lost. What we've also found is that the civil servants, the folks that work in enforcing this, have said we are under-resourced and understaffed and haven't been given the mandate to go after these tax cheats and these tax evaders. If we were given that mandate, we could have. So in the 6 years that Mr. Trudeau has been in office, not a single tax evader has been prosecuted, despite the numerous Panama paper-like documents that were released showing Canadians that were tax evading with massive amounts of wealth. So what we're saying is we would invest significant resources, $100 million, into the CRA with a specific mandate of going after the ultra-rich, going after the tax evaders, going after the folks in the Panama Papers. These aren't someone with a 3-car garage and a Peloton. We're talking about the ultra-rich, those at the very, very top.